To err is human, and to forgive is divine. How often do we forgive? One person asked me, Father, please pray that this anger in my heart will be taken out. And I said, no, I will not pray for that. Because anger is part of human feelings, human emotion. What I will pray is for you to overcome anger and have the spirit of forgiveness to those persons who hurt you. Yes, it is part of human emotion that we have that feeling of hatred, anger in our hearts. But what is important is we need to learn from it. We feel it. Yes, I'm angry. Acknowledge it, that you are angry. Now, don't let that emotion control you, because we have the will, the voluntad, we have the will that says always, forgive. In a human person, there are three components. We have the intellect, we have the emotion, and we have the will. The tendency is our emotion is too loud. That tends to control us, even our will and our intellect. That we cannot think properly because our emotion is so loud. Tends to dictate what our mind will think. Tends to say, revenge. The mind, the intellect, will think of how to revenge. You become a vengeful person. But the will that needs to be listened to, our will is a small voice, the voice of God, that always tells us to do what is right. Our intellect knows what is right and what is wrong, but we cannot listen to it because our emotion is so strong. Beloved friends, there is a saying, thought is the seed of action. Action creates a habit. Habit molds a character, and character creates a destiny. What you think will be put into action. And where that thinking coming from? From your emotion. If you think of something bad. So, beloved friends, ask. There are a lot of people who die because of unforgiveness. They don't know how to forgive. Why they die? Because the hurt lingers in their hearts and they cannot sleep. And sometimes they eat too much. A lot of people die because of that unforgiving. Once we forgive, beloved friends, we are freeing the person who hurt you. And more so, you are freeing yourself from the torment of hatred and anger. You will be freed. That's why Jesus Christ tells us, forgive not only 7 times, but 70 times 7 times. Meaning unlimited, because that's what God wanted us. When Jesus Christ was crucified on the cross, He prayed, Father, forgive them, for they don't know what they are doing. Now, first thing first, if you are hurt by that person, go back to last Sunday's gospel, fraternal correction. Tell him his fault. You know, my friend, you hurt me because of what you did. But do it not in a vengeful way, not in anger, but in compassion and love that you wanted to change him. Do it in humility. Acknowledge your feelings. I am angry. You hurt me because of what you did. But usually when we correct the person who hurt us, we do it out of anger in order to inflict guilt as a retribution. Do it in humility. Tell him. If that person accepted his fault, then you won him back. But if that person doesn't accept his fault and so proud enough not to accept it, but you who forgave him, you will be liberated from that torment of anger, and he will continue to suffer of what he did because of guilt. Because our will is the ultimate judge of ourselves. That is our conscience. Whatever you do, even though you escape from what you did wrong, your conscience will imprison you. Your guilt will imprison you. That's why forgiveness is the way that we will be liberated from the guilt of what we did, and also to liberate ourselves from the torment of anger. God bless you.